A lot of people want to see me rise just so they can watch a longer fall. A lot of people want to dig
Welcome to Bikini Bottom Interviews with your host, Goku. Today we'll be interviewing the leader of the methamphetamine empire under the sea, the best one under the sea, the only one under the sea, Walter White. So, Walter, for my first
Asita said, "Woohoo!"
And I'm obviously just making these up on the spot, but what has life been like since you came to Bikini Bottom?
You only like me because of the benefits. Where would you be if I stopped helping out? Probably forget me and find someone else. I help someone once and then they expect me to be used for unlimited clout. Wow, just take a look at who's no longer around. I kick them to the curb like hands on the ground. They only wanted me around because they know Crips associated with the crowd. But now the new me, he gone, wave goodbye.
Walter said, "It's been an interesting experience.
Because I've had enough of this, and yes, I'm talking to you. Your conscience is true. I'm back up in this shit. So break the news that I'm back. Rendezvous on the yes. Everybody running hot because I'm through with the yes.
Fine.
Especially when Perch Perkins can hear me."
Yes, we do love it when Perkins can hear us. And when he can, we obviously just send mercenaries to his house. But what has the meth business been like since you got down here?
Breaking, bitch, I'm back, no time for wasting. Sunk my teeth into
It's been great. Eating ass said, "You know who else? It's been great. My mom."
With no clout be so damn entertaining. Quite amusing. Encore, fuck your bitch, she want more. That line is out of line, but fuck it, I'm still top four. No opinions here, sir, I'm sure. Listen to your new shit, I'm bored. Talking fake, I don't relate, now you should get
Walter said, "Especially because it's fully legal in Bikini Bottom." Eating ass said, "You know who else? It's fully legal in Bikini Bottom. My mom."
Well, it's good that Muscle Man's mom is not an immigrant, or illegal immigrant. Anyway, so you're selling meth. Are you still also selling meth on land?
Walter said, "Sometimes, just not as frequently."
I see. I kind of thought you had a thing going on where, like, you sold the meth cooked and sold down here, and Jesse cooked and sold up there. But, like, how are the people down here, in your opinion?
Good. Especially Perch Perkins. Especially when he can hear me. Eating ass said, "You know who else can hear you? My mom." Walter said, "Also Stalin is pretty cool too."
Yeah, Stalin's alright. So, I'm reading here that you got a job at the Bargain Mart. How are you enjoying that?
Yes. Especially because they sell my meth there too. Also the canned coochie is great. Eating ass said, "You know who else is great? My mom." Walter said, "Make sure to buy."
Yes, we love sneaking the promo in there. And it's also good to know that Muscle Man loves his mom. But yes, make sure to buy canned coochie only at the Bargain Mart. Definitely not only saying that because it's my store. Anyway. So, basically, tell me what a typical day is like for Walter White in Bikini Bottom.
Well, I wake up, eat breakfast, brush my teeth, go and cook meth, go to the bargain mart to work, make sure Perkins can hear me.
It's always good
Also
to make
more.
sure. It's always good to make sure Perkins can hear you. I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll be able to hear us when he hears this interview.
Sex on TV.
Yes, we're all lucky that there's a Family Guy. But
I watch sex on TV a lot.
just in, folks, Walter White is a huge fan of pornography.
And then I eat dinner, try to play chess for the millionth time, and more, but I don't feel like saying it all.
That's understandable. You're a pretty busy guy, so full day probably would be pretty exhausting to say. Might as well just, dive right into politics here, because everybody loves politics. How do you feel about the presidency of communist Joseph Stalin?
I'm voting for him.
And him being communist, that doesn't faze you at all?
No, because he supplies the ingredients for me to cook meth. Eating ass said. You know who else supplies the ingredients for you to cook meth? My mom.
Interesting. Former President Walker, what are your thoughts on how he ran things around here?
Walter said. I think he's cool. He would have been my second choice if Stalin wasn't able to be voted on. Eating ass said. You know who else thinks he's cool? He would have been your second choice if Stalin wasn't able to be voted on. My mom.
I mean, Muscle Man's mom seems to have some very strong opinions. Yeah. So, around Bikini Bottom, we don't really hear you talking a lot. I mean, especially on Yoda the Stoner's hit radio show Bikini Bottom After Dark, you don't speak. Everybody's wondering why.
Walter said. Because my voice is top secret and only special people may know it.
Honestly understandable. I mean, the voice of the world's top meth cook is something that should be very special. And speaking of Bikini Bottom After Dark, what would you say about that radio show?
I love it. 10 out of 10. Eating ass said. You know who else loves it? 10 out of 10. My mom.
Is there any way to turn off Muscle Man's constant input here? We're interviewing you, not Muscle Man.
Walter said. I can kick him.
For now, that would be probably
Wait.
a good idea. Wait
There.
for what?
He should be good.
Alright, now that we've tied up Muscle Man in our basement, so Bikini Bottom After Dark, stuff like that. But Yoda. How is your relationship with Yoda?
I can pick him up when he falls down.
That's good, that's good. Also, referencing one of a hit rapper Two Sided's first songs. Great line there. But would you think he would pick you up when you fall down?
Depends.
Depends on what.
On the time.
Indulge me more on that.
If he's sleeping, he wouldn't be able to.
Fair. What about maybe your other friends? Would they pick you up when you fall down?
Depends, just like Yoda.
I see.
But Stalin probably would never.
That makes sense. It's kind of a Stalin thing. So we hear you have a show in the works. Well, I don't just hear, I know because I'm part of it. But Walt's Silly Little Meth Adventures. How is that going?
Yes, it just premiered on Ian and Fish Flicks and people love it.
Great. So I hear that controversial topic Adolf Hitler is in the show?
It was the viewers' choice and they voted for Stalin to be in it. Hitler. I meant Hitler.
Yeah. I mean,
Not Stalin.
some would say that one of the cast members kind of dragged him in there. Totally invalid argument. But
Totally not you.
yeah, not me at all. Because, Adolf Hitler is such a controversial figure with his past actions. No one condones them. To any law enforcement listening,
He said sorry.
I do not condone Hitler's actions.
Emoji pregnant Goku.
God, I hate that emoji. Great, lost my train of thought here. Yes. So, law enforcement. Did you come to Bikini Bottom because the DEA up there was onto you?
I'm not allowed to say that under my lawyer Saul Goodman.
Ah, yes. Better call Saul. Anyway.
Also, please hire Saul as your lawyer.
Already working on it.
Everyone must have him.
Plan on calling Saul right after this interview for some alleged things. Anyway. Everybody down here has been, looking into, Walter White and how famous he is, and everybody knows that your brother-in-law, Hank Schrader, is a DEA agent. Does he know that you make meth?
I'm not allowed to say that under my lawyer Saul Goodman.
Ah, yeah, that's right. Saul's really good about this. Well, what about your wife, Skylar, and, the kids, Walt Jr., Holly? Are they still on land?
Yes. Emoji pregnant Goku.
Goku is not pregnant. Never has been and never will be. See, you keep making me lose my train of thought with an emoji. Damn it. Oh, yes. Holly is, she's an infant. How do you feel about leaving her? And obviously Walt Jr. too, but he's older, so he doesn't really matter that much. He's somewhat independent.
The show was like 14 years ago. We aged too.
Yeah, understandable. I mean, if you aged too, wouldn't you be in, like, your 60s? You'd be 66.
I use a potion to keep me alive forever.
Kind of like Master Roshi does.
And so I never age.
Still the ripe age of 52, huh?
Yes.
So, obviously since you cook meth, you gotta have a lab. How do you do that underwater? How do you cook meth? Since we're underwater and land is air.
It's easier than you think. First I redacted. Second I redacted. Third I redacted. Fourth I redacted.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I assume that's more things you can't say under your lawyer, Saul Goodman.
Okay, what else?
Well, let's get back to the underwater side of things. How does distribution work easily? like distributing underwater? Is that pretty easy?
I'm not allowed to say that under my lawyer Saul Goodman.
Well, I think this information shouldn't be really, what's the word? Hang on. Thinking. Incriminating. But roughly, how much would you make a month selling all that meth?
I make about redacted dollars.
We'll just sum that up to a few million. So, you seem to tune into a lot of radio shows, especially hosted by people like Yoda, Stalin, and myself.
Emoji pregnant Goku.
Who is your favorite host of any sort of talk/radio show?
Be bad.
Okay, yeah, that's your favorite radio show, but who's, would that mean Yoda is your favorite host?
Yoda is good.
Yep, he's very good at what he does.
You are also good.
I appreciate the compliment, but honestly,
It's equal.
Yeah, I think the crown here kind of goes to Yoda. He's been doing it longer, has more experience.
True.
And he's actually able to keep a space going for more than 30 minutes.
But you stay up till like 3 a.m. in my time.
That's understandable. I mean, I do, mainly because my time, that's like midnight.
Okay, what else do you need to ask?
Let's make this the final question. Just, how do I put this? Opinions on the overall experience underwater.
It's amazing. Better than land even.
Yeah.
Just needs a good chicken restaurant.
Yeah, it's understandable.
I wonder what it could be.
Yeah, maybe like Los Pollos Hermanos.
Get
one of those down here.
A lot of people want to dig in my pockets,
Yeah.
but nobody want to deal with the cost. A lot of people got a
And finally, any
That sounds good.
Really good. But as a little final wrap up, any questions you'd like to ask me?
A lot of people getting mad at me when I ain't responding and they get annoyed, acting like we're boys. But the truth is, bitch, I get pissed off and just out of your voice. Why should I threaten how the fuck I feel? I ain't getting no help for the stuff I built. Didn't bust my ass just to get to this spot for you to.
What are your thoughts on your experience underwater?
Well, as you may know, I was originally brought down here after fighting Weasley, killed him, blah blah blah. But overall, my experience down here has been amazing. Met some great people, and done some great things. Saved quite a bit of money, got quite a few jobs. Even I own the Bargain Mart now, so that's good on my end.
How do you breathe underwater?
Oh, as much as I regret this being part of my little story, that at Reindeer, use some of their magic to give me the ability to breathe underwater. As much as I hate that being part of my storyline, it is, so.
breaking, bitch, I'm back, no time for wasting. Sunk my teeth
Do you
into
eat
these rhymes,
ass?
and now wait, I get teeth decaying. Which is
Only on the
saying that they're
weekends.
toxic right until there's none remaining. Funny how these people with no
Sums up our
copies so
time
damn
here on
entertaining.
Bikini Bottom Interviews with your host,
Fuck your
Goku.
bitch, she want more, That line is out of line, but fuck it, I'm still top four. No opinions here, sir, I'm
Emoji
sure.
pregnant
Listen to your new
Goku,
shit, I'm bored.
emoji
Talking
pregnant
fake, I don't
Goku,
relate.
emoji
Music
pregnant
gets you
Goku,
straight. If you want the
emoji
smoke, give
pregnant
it first
Goku,
hand. I pack a
emoji
wallet like
pregnant
Berlin. A lot of
Goku.
people claim that they're the way.
Anyway,
When I
time
get
to
on though, I surf
official
land.
outro.
Made music for
This
half
has
my
been
life, but there was no
Bikini
guitar
Bottom
in my first
Interviews with
band.
your
I guess
host,
hindsight is
Goku.
2020,
Thank
but
you for
my
tuning
side
in,
is money.
and this show is only available on the International Aquatic Network, also partially sponsored by the Barking Art and Bikini Bottom News. We'll see you next time with another guest. That's it. Goodbye.
Break the news and I'm